Back on the Blitz, visit Savannah Power Sports Center's brand new showroom at 5918 Ogeechee Road, and that is across from Keller's Flea Market, to see their complete line of Victory, Polaris, Suzuki, and Can-Am products. When you do, ask about their Heroes Medal discount for military, law enforcement, and firefighters at Savannah Power Sport. Thanks so much for being a part of the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week.
So here we have, what, Ken, a little over 5 minutes to go in this football game, and you're Savannah Christian. Jenkins, the probability of scoring 16 points in the final 5 minutes are slim and none. If you are Donald Chumley, your offense moved the ball effectively. What do you want now? First downs. You get two, 3 first downs, the football game's probably over. So nothing fancy, nothing tricky. Just pick up positive yardage.
I'm going to guess a heavy dose of Benton right now. Chambly under center. Man in motion gives to, well, Wade Benton. Stumbles forward for a positive gain of 2 yards. I think that offensive line down the middle for Jenkins, the guys in the middle, Edwan Washington, Brian Wilson, DeLon Johnson, maybe getting a little bit tired in the middle right now. They ran a heavy dose of Benton all the way down the field the last time they had the football.
Second down and 6, Ken, and this is exactly what you want if you're Donald Chumley. I mean, you'd like to have a 20, 30-yard run, don't get me wrong, but you keep the ball moving, you keep the clock moving, and you inch closer and closer to your first victory of the 2014 campaign.
Under center, gives it to 41 that time, and A.J. Davis, the sophomore's checked in, he's pulling the team with him.
Physical back, man.
Terrell Goodine tried to take him down and couldn't, and that's just A.J. Davis, only a sophomore. Biggest game we've seen on the ground tonight.
And I understand you're distraught if you're Jenkins, and if you're Tim Adams' squad, you're running out of gas, but this is one of these things that you've played so well and you've played so hard. There's not much gas left in the tank, I understand that, but boy, 23-7 were a couple mistakes here and there. That's one thing going into next week. They score 30 points on you in one half, that's a different thing.
So here goes Savannah Christian again. Straight up the middle again. 41 again, too. That's A.J. Davis. Can't bring him down. The coaching staff, Donald Chumley up underneath him, Tony Orsini, Wayne Munch, Carl Carter, Sandy Shepard, Ira Harper, Stephen Myros, and trainer Ansley Hendrick doing a great job preparing the Savannah Christian Raiders for their opener, their home opener of this season. A team that struggled to a 5-5-1 record last year. Seth, that was the lowest number of wins in the Donald Chumley era.
Wow.
5 wins. Well, and he had several years, 3 straight, where he went to the Dome. So, you know, he's bringing in a new quarterback now. He's bringing in the freshman, Tyler Richards, to take the snaps, and we'll see a couple handoffs here. Once again, a handoff to 4-1. A.J. Davis getting the action.
And Ken, at this point, the Savannah Christian team in the second half shows you what a well-disciplined, focused football team can do. Nothing went their way in the first half. They went into halftime. They made the adjustments. They had the big kickoff return for a touchdown, which, of course, is going to be the play of the game to start the third quarter. And, Ken, what did they do? They didn't put it in second gear. They didn't put it in third gear. They put it in fifth gear. They floored it. They pinned their ears back, and they're en route to an easy double-digit victory.
And Nick Bateman was the real spark. You talk about the kickoff return for touchdown, but, you know, that next possession, Nick Bateman was the one who made the interception, was down at the 1. They were forced to kick a field goal, but then Bateman with the fumble return for touchdown, so he came up with 2 huge plays. Fumble, ball's on the ground, his knee was down, so they'll call Tyler Richards down. Hey, we want to send a big shout out and thanks to Papa John's Pizza for supplying a great meal for our crew tonight, our crew that showed up around 9 a.m. this morning to set things up and get it going. There's current special, which ends Sunday night. Seth, make sure you get out there. The spicy pulled pork barbecue pizza. Call your local Papa John's restaurant. Order a pizza to enjoy while you are watching the game with us this evening. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
And it's good stuff. I asked the people at Papa John's next time I do a game, write anchovies on one of the boxes. That way Dan and the crew down there don't devour it like they did the other 8 pizzas that were down there. Like I said, I just wanted 1 slice. I feel like Kevin on Home Alone. I just wanted 1. Just want 1. 1.
Handoff forward, and I think we're all fooled on that one. I believe that was to 41 again. Yeah, they keep going to A.J. Davis. A little tired down in the line. Our camera crew getting tired after a long day, maybe? No, that's a great play fake. they run that option, and can you imagine being a defender down there, really not knowing if that ball's going to be pulled off or not, but they just keep going straight down the middle.
Well, you would expect on 4th down and 4 that you wouldn't go right up the gut, and they did, and that's why it fooled so many people. But Savannah Christian going to get their first win, and boy, if that young man can find his way into a helmet coming up here in the next few weeks. I don't know how much we would have seen of him tonight, Ken, anyway.
And the way the flow of the game is going, maybe not, but they didn't have the opportunity to. They did on Tuesday when it was ruled he would be eligible, and then that eligibility changed when Savannah Christian. What happened is this: Savannah Christian discovered that he wasn't quite moved into his new place yet. They turned himself in and said that they will, he will make his new residency on September 1st. And it was great. The GHSA did a great job of explaining the situation Tuesday morning. I know they woke me up, sent me with the full note saying he's fully eligible. It came down from the new director of the GHSA, and then obviously he was eligible. He was ready to play. They were pumping, and then Wednesday, when the new information was sent Wednesday afternoon, immediately the GHSA contacted me and said, here's the deal. We have changed our decision by the information that, and it was Savannah Christian who turned themselves in, knowing if they kind of knew about that situation where he was living, you'd have to forfeit football games if he plays.
Yeah, and better safe than sorry. And
Absolutely.
Going into the Jenkins game tonight, this one game wasn't going to make or break your season, but you play him and he's not eligible, you got a mess on your hands.
The big games, especially with the, in this the way the new single A poll system is, it's a point system, so private school, public school, sure they're going to rack up a lot of points for this one, but the big ones are when you get into your region play, and you joggle for that position in the playoffs. And well, Jenkins with the football, and what are we down to, Seth?
We got 80 seconds to go, Ken.
80 seconds to go. Javante Middleton still in at quarterback, standing at the 29. I think that big touchdown run, and here goes Middleton by himself, slipping around. You can see some daylight. Breaks a tackle around the left-hand side. Finally tackled. Tyler Arnold makes the stop, and well, they'll move the football. That's the best offensive play we've seen, coming at about the 1 minute mark. And I got to tell you, I think as we'll get to this in our post-game show, my performance of the game has got to be by Nick Bateman on defense. Number one, he returned the play all the way down to the 1 yard line. He had to settle for a field goal, but then he picks up the fumble and takes it into the end zone. And then obviously the play of the game, there's no doubt about that one.
Yeah, and he's in the Warrior backfield all night long too. So yeah, he had a big night, and that's just it. You look at all the competition, and Tyler Arnold with the big 93-yard kick return. Can you see a variety of names in the second half for Savannah Christian? Multiple names.
Led by Bateman, I think.
Yes,
I think
agree.
He just dominated on defense. Middleton with a nice play. Big hole up the middle. Middleton's moving the football, and this kid might be working his way into a starting lineup job if he can finally do that.
When there hasn't been much of a pulse for Jenkins here in the second half, he has provided a little bit of a heartbeat, a little bit of a spark, and if you're a coach, he's not quitting. And he's continuing to grind. He's continuing to do everything that he can. The game's over. You have no shot to win, but give him a ton of credit for keeping those legs churning. And as we hit the 30-second mark, maybe with a play here, you can get on the board and get a little momentum going into next week.
There we go. See if he tries and puts the ball up in the air. Still got De La Rosa in the slot to his right. Daniel Jordan in the backfield next to him, but we have a whistle. Not sure what they're stopping play for.
Ball start on the offense.
16 seconds on the clock. 23-7. Savannah Christian with a statement in game one. Too much time, maybe?
Yeah, it is. They found a way, and that's the most important thing, Ken. They didn't have a very good first half. In the second half, they did what they had to do to win the football game.
Could potentially be the last play of the game. Middleton back to pass. Going to the end zone, as he should. Good defensive play, going up and getting it. Seth Bruno, I believe the junior, they swarm the field, and the win is there. Savannah Christian ice and a touchdown, and that indeed was Seth Bruno, and that's the last play of the game, and that's the final, 23-7. Big win. We'll have our post-game show coming up, 23-7. Take us through the replay, a great play.
And here the game's over, and you're just trying to get a chance at the end zone. Showing a good, strong arm. Boy, I give Javante Middleton a lot of credit. And he had one-on-one coverage. He went deep. He just slips under the route. Doesn't lead him quite enough. Boom, what a great play. What a great play, great extension. And you know what? It ends on a positive note if you are a Savannah Christian. And a little bit of Jenkins, too, because you were able to move the ball and at least have a little momentum there on that final drive.
All right, well, we're going to take a break and come back with the postgame show. Once again, 23-7, your final score. Savannah Christian over Jenkins on the opener of the WSAV Thursday Night Blitz Game of the Week. We'll be right back.